Johnny was taught how to cut exact angles on the chop saw. Johnny remembers how to adjust the saw.
Okay.
But he doesn't remember that he's supposed to stand in front of it. Stop! Stop, 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 stop. That brought me running.
See how this is designed for your thumb and your finger?
Yep.
Perfect. And so now that, we believe, is a 65-degree angle, correct?
Correct.
Beautiful.
You know, we got to make cuts for the top, all right? And they got to be 115.
Yeah.
You're also cutting at 65 degrees?
No, we already did that.
What are you doing?
Cutting this at 50.
So that cut is at what?
50.
At 50 degrees.
Yeah.
A straight line is 180 degrees. To cut a 115-degree slice into a board, simply cut a 65-degree slice, and this angle will be 115 degrees. The math works out because any two angles on one straight line must add up to 180 degrees.
Well, like 180 minus 115, that should give us the...
65.
This one has to be cut at 65 because you need...
Yeah, it's 65, so the top one too has to be cut at 65.
I'll cut it at 25.
You think?
Basic math.
Okay, guys,
Okay.
what do you...
So, by the fact that you have your saw set already at 65 degrees, means you should not touch it.
But we already were doing that.
I thought you were cutting a board at 50.
Frig, I mixed that up, didn't I?
Everything's mixed up.
Did you guys measure this?
No, it's this part.
The base is supposed to be 8 feet long, but
It's not 8 feet. It's 8 feet plus 1 inch. We're doing it ass backwards.
Brian M. wants to explain the problem.
Could you listen to just what I'm trying to say?
But Brian P. won't let him.
Hey!
It's 8 feet.
Hey, pink hat!
Brian!
Pink hat! Be quiet.
Can I show you what I sort of learned?
I don't want to know what you learned.
Okay.
You keep what you have in
Okay.
your little brain
Okay.
and don't
Okay.
share it with anybody else.
Fine. They weren't listening to me, and I was trying to be helpful, and they just didn't realize this.
What are you making?
No.
You're making a portal into a whole other dimension or something?
Brian M. gets things back on track, but
This board is like crooked, man.
Like, who gives a...
Brian P. is not impressed. Everything remains friendly, but the team takes 2 hours to make a 4-sided frame. Making the window frame
This is our width of the window, and it's too short.
could take forever.
Are you sure we need a wood frame around this, Angie?
Yes, I'm sure.
What they need
50.5.
is a foreman with foresight.
Now it should be exactly the same on the other side, 50.5.
It's not. It's 49 and a half.
So what? Pound it in.
Angie walks away and comes back with a new plan.
How about everybody's the foreman? Angie quits the foreman job?
The team does finish the job, but it takes almost 4 hours.
I had a contractor build a shed in my backyard this summer.
How long did it take him to build an entire shed?
4 hours.
They did that all on their own.
After the break, we choose this episode's worst handyman. It's time for the experts to help me decide which handyman is this episode's worst. We start our room-to-room tour with Johnny.
The lamp,
Yeah.
a complete abomination.
It's not really a lamp, it's firewood with wire attached.
And Johnny's toilet isn't really attached at all.
Thing is, it's going to come right off the floor, and it's going to leak. This toilet right now is completely out of service.
Brian P's dimmer is fried, and his lamp went
Gone. But I'll tell you one thing that really worked out well for me was the toilet.
Actually, Brian P. cracked his toilet.
Yes, it's dripping like a tap.
In Angie's room,
The lamp didn't go so hot.
it could actually get too hot.
The cord here is kind of clamped in, which is going to create just an overload of power. It'll heat up.
The power will run up here and kind of like hit like a dam?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And group challenge?
Brian M. could have formed the group challenge.
And he definitely had the angle equations figured out.
We would go in and look at the toilet if there's a problem. Is there one?
I don't think so. My wife is very happy.
Downstairs, Eric's lamp is.
This is a little wobbly, but it works. So I like the lamp.
His toilet is too wobbly to like.
Yeah, it is.
So
The toilet is loose.
Worst this episode is
Angie.
because of this?
Because of this solely. She was nominated as a foreman and completely abandoned her job.
She quit.
Exactly.
I don't agree with Angie at all. I think that she was put into a situation with some difficult people to work with. You have to look down the hall, and I take it right to Brian P.'s room. Toilet leaks. There is no lamp at all. And he continues to show no, real skills in the group challenge.
Angie was where she failed.
Do you buy it, Jeff?
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to budge on this. It's Brian P., hands down.
With a perfectly flushing toilet, Brian M. is not this episode's worst.
You, sir, are our most improved handyman.
Cool.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
A working toilet goes a long way.
The golden hard hat means Brian M. will lead next episode's group challenge.
And now for the worst. In this case, our experts fought, and it seemed like a dead heat for a while. And it was between Brian P. and Angie. Who is the worst, really?
There can be only one worst. That means there's either a picture of Brian P. back here or a picture of Angie. But, in fact, it's Brangie.
Brangie, come forward, please, and take your picture off this wall.
I'm not hanging my head in shame.
When Brangie's image is hung,
Whoops. I hit myself.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Brian P. keeps hammering. For homework today, we have a common sense test. Obviously, none of these square pegs will fit in any of these round holes. But will Brangie realize that?
Find something that fits snugly into a hole. Well, that didn't work at all. Like I say, it's a common sense test.
My turn again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, it don't fit either one of these. And it's not fitting in there at all.
You want to bet? Whoops. Whoops.
Some people are not born with any common sense.
It's going through.
Common sense is common sense is something you get walking down the street. You can pick that up.
Some people may find that offensive.
No. Somebody with common sense won't get a joke about common sense.